The first artificial intelligence love song has been created. We've got some of the lyrics here. This is by Lovelace GPT. They plugged in thousands and thousands of love poems and song lyrics, and then they came up with a song here, Delirious Ecstasy, the opening line of which has made some headlines. The line is, "You're my biohazard baby." And I thought, is this just it's kind of a strange lyric? Is this just because the AI was glitching out? Or no, I thought, with the sexual revolution, with the widespread hookup culture, with swipe culture, with skyrocketing rates of venereal disease, "You're my biohazard baby" probably is an accurate summation of a lot of modern love. So the AI, once again, rather precise here. What does it mean when we plug into AI and we see all these weird pictures and poems and speeches and love songs? What is that? Does that do anything for us? Is it just kind of funny? Is it accurate? Is it not? Is it totally off base? You know that I'm skeptical of AI as I am skeptical of all technology, and I do fear that AI is just getting possessed by demons sometimes, but not all the time. Sometimes there are more pedestrian explanations for things. There's one good thing I'll say about AI, which is that AI can show you a mirror to yourself and to your culture. Because AI is basically just taking inputs from this whole big wide web of the internet and then spitting out an output, whatever that particular type of art will be, based on those inputs. And so the idea that, forget about Biohazard Baby, the idea that a modern love song would be delirious ecstasy, that's true. That's true. That is how we think about love today. We think about love as crazy and unreasonable and delirious. We think about it as a kind of an ecstasy. You see this in all of the various sexual ideologies that are being pushed now. They're being pushed in the name not of reasonable love and and telos and the purpose of love and marriage and family foundation and love and marriage go together like a horse and carriage. This, I tell you, brother, you can't have one without the other. That's gone. Now we're told marriage is a joke. There's no point to it. There's no point to sex. You don't need to have babies. We should just use contraception all the time. If you do accidentally get pregnant, you should kill the baby through abortion. You should never engage in any kind of commitment or lifelong bond through marriage. No, that's all. We need to redefine marriage. We need to redefine all of these things. There's no point other than pleasure. There's no point other than ecstasy. In fact, when it comes to one of those sexual ideologies that we're not allowed to talk about on YouTube, the great defense of it from the people who promote it, who have undergone it, they'll say, well, I felt a euphoria after I underwent this procedure or that. I felt a euphoria, an ecstasy. And this is nothing new, exactly. In the old bacchanals of ancient Greece and Rome, you see a kind of ecstasy associated with love. In our Christian civilization for a while, we had reined that in. Obviously, there was still wacky stuff going on the fringes, but we had reined that in to say, no, there's actually a purpose to love and sex and romance and affairs. And the purpose is to be married and to stay married and to have kids and to be fruitful and multiply and pass on what you believe, your values, your beliefs, your institutions, your behaviors, your rituals, your traditions, all of it into the next generation. And as we lose that, we lose the next generation. We lose the future. We're left with nothing but delirious, irrational ecstasy. Did I read too deeply into an AI love song? I don't think I did. Right now, go to genucel.com/Knowles. Our friends over at Genucel sold out of their dark spot corrector, and our listeners have been begging like dogs on their knees for a restock. Well, I've got great news. Just in time for summer, it is back in stock. Genucel's famous dark spot corrector has not one but 3 cutting-edge ingredients and goes to work fast to target sunspots, dark spots, liver spots, even old discoloration on your face and hands. You can now enjoy the summer sun, beach, and barbecues without embarrassing spots. Genucel's most popular package also features their summer essentials, like the best-selling Ultra Retinol Moisturizer with a powerful retinol alternative for safe use in the sun. You'll be amazed at how quickly you see results, or 100% of your money back guaranteed. Go to genucel.com/Knowles right now. Get your dark spot corrector in the Genucel most popular package. Genucel.com/Knowles right now. Save over 70% off Genucel's most popular package. All orders will include a mystery luxury gift while supplies last. Go to genucel.com/Knowles. It's a disturbing poll out right now. A poll says that only 18% of young adults and 29% of Democrats are extremely proud to be American. Not proud in the, we have a whole month, pride, goeth before destruction and a haughty spirit before a fall. Pride in the sense of patriotism, national loyalty, affection for your country, an extension of filial piety. That's disturbing. Fewer than 1 in 5 young adults consider themselves to be extremely proud to be American, consider themselves to be, that is, patriotic. I'm not as disturbed about a declining number of Democrats being proud to be American because leftism is opposed to patriotism. Leftism has always been opposed to patriotism. And so as the Democrats become more liberal and more left and they follow their ideas more and more to their logical conclusion, they're going to be less patriotic. That's just built into it. So I'm not surprised by that at all. That's the way it's going to go. Young people don't necessarily have to be less patriotic, and yet they are becoming less patriotic. Why is that? Well, I'm in Hungary right now, and I can't help but think of Viktor Orban, the prime minister here, his speech a couple of days ago in Romania, in which he was lamenting the fact that Western values these days are taken to mean nothing more than, what was it? LGBT and mass migration and war, going to war. That's it. That's what's considered to be Western values these days. Not Christianity, not duty, not dignity, not virtue, not the pursuit of truth, not honor, not any of those. Those are all, they're out. And unfortunately, sorry to say, America has been promoting that. America has been flying that rainbow flag everywhere. America, with our liberal establishment, has been denying the things that made America great. We've been denying the American tradition. Even you see the new version of Superman. Superman no longer stands for truth, justice, and the American way. He stands for truth, justice, and all that other stuff. Or truth, justice, and I don't know, diversity, equity, and inclusion, or something like that. So that's what the libs have been promoting. And so is it any wonder that as the country becomes more and more a stand-in for bad stuff, that young people will have less and less affection for their country? Orban made this great point. He said, he said, Europe is going to be Christian or it's just going to fall apart. The only hope to save Europe, and I think we can expand that to the West, is Christianity. Or it's going to fall apart, or it's going to descend into a bunch of rival factions of different appetites and disordered passions and desires, and it's going to turn into anarchy and chaos, which is what is happening all around us. It's disturbing to see that number reflected. You don't want to hear it, but the people are telling you something. It's reflecting a real problem. And you're going to see that number continue to decline if the country continues to stand for a bunch of nonsense that people don't want to be associated with. Boy, what a great clip that was. Now, hold on, ring that bell, subscribe to the Michael Knowles YouTube channel. We'll see you next time.